Appreciate the beauty of nature and taste what's in season every month. What food will a foreign council make for a traditional Chinese salad term? Minor snow, the 20th solar term of the traditional Chinese calendar, falls around November 22nd each year. As indicated by the name, the period signifies the arrival of snow, but only in small quantities. During minor snow, the temperature declines sharply, and it starts to snow mostly in China's northern areas. People adjust their eating habits to adapt to the environment and prepare for cold winter weather. However, winter hasn't completely crossed the Yangtze River basin. In South China, it still looks like late autumn. Soak the glutinous rice in water for 4 to 7 hours. Steam it in a steamer for 1 hour. Put it in a stone container while it's hot, and keep pounding until no rice grains can be seen. Eating glutinous rice cake during minor snow is a folk custom in many areas in South China. Today, with this present, I am going to visit one of my new friends who loves Chinese culture. Dr. Ben Drojet took office as distinctive regional characteristics and is inextricably linked to Southeast Asia. I'm sure he'll be excited.
Hello, Dr. Ben.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Yeah, please. Dr. Ben, please have a cup of hot tea here.
Oh, thank you very much, Vivian. This is very good tea.
Yeah, it's so refreshing.
Yeah, it is. I've tried this kind of tea before, but this is a good one.
I hope you like it.
Yes, in Indonesia we drink tea too, but mostly a cold tea.
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of cold tea, today is minor snow, the 20th solar term of traditional Chinese calendar. Did you heard about minor snow?
Yeah, I heard about minor snow, but I'm not feeling that we are having a snow here in Guangzhou. It's still warm.
Actually, it does not necessarily mean the meteorological concept of light snow. Even though in North China, we may see some snow up to minor snow, but in South China, like in Guangzhou, as the weather you could feel today, actually it's quite comfy, much colder than before. People living here know that up to minor snow, the temperature will drop sharply.
Become cooler and nice.
Yeah,
Nicer.
it means the colder winter is approaching now. That's why I prepared this cup of hot tea for you today.
Yeah, the tea is very good.
Actually, this tea is one of the famous local bread tea in Yingde, and Yingde is one of the famous Hakka regions in Guangdong.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and today I've prepared another traditional dish of Hakka people. Would you like to make it together?
Yes, indeed, of course.
First of all, we need to take the mortar and pestle out. Pestle?
Pestle, more.
Yeah,
pestle.
it's a little bit heavy.
Yeah, okay.
We need to put some leaves into the mortar.
Oh,
Yeah,
leaves.
okay. The tea leaves here.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
And then, please,
Some water.
keep some drops of water into the mortar. A few drops, not too much. Yeah. Oh.
Is that much?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's enough. Okay. Then I need some water too. Okay. And then we stir it up in
Stir it.
circles.
Oh,
Yeah.
so what is this?
It's called lei cha.
What the meaning of lei?
So actually, lei refers to the action of grinding something in a mortar.
So how many years people make this nature?
In fact, Lei Cha was the precursor of the Chinese method of drinking tea. Tea leaves were ground into powder and mixed with rice to make porridge. We also call it rice tea or tea porridge. The records of rice tea appear as long as 1,700 years ago. And Lei Cha before actually was a medicinal drink in ancient China and gradually evolved into a traditional dish of Hakka people.
It's more difficult than I thought.
Yeah, I think that's why it's designated as a provincial level intangible cultural heritage in Guangdong.
My hand is getting tired.
I want to take a rest too. You could take a rest, your head.
Our hands should take a rest.
Take a rest, yes. Yeah, so during the resting time, we could put some favorite ingredients,
Okay.
like the peanuts and the black sesame seeds. It's up to you to put both or just pick one.
Try
Yeah.
peanuts.
Yeah, according to your preferences.
Yeah.
Which one would you like?
And
One or
sesame
two.
also.
Okay, it's up to you.
Not too
Okay.
much maybe. And then,
I love more peanuts.
okay.
Okay, and then we
Then
get started
stir-
again. Stir it
Stir it
up
up again.
in circles. I think it's done.
It's done
Yeah,
already?
it's done.
Already
Perfect.
done?
Perfect. It's
Okay.
done. Yeah. And then,
And then
wow,
the smell is good, eh?
wow, that smells so good. Yeah, I could smell the strong aroma of peanuts and also
Peanuts. Combination peanut and sesame.
the
sesame
black
seeds.
sesame
Good.
seeds. Okay. Okay, the next step we need to put some porridge into the mortar. How do you feel about it?
Yeah, it's creamy, it's smooth texture and a mellow aroma of green tea. Very nice.
Yeah.
And it will, I think, enhance your appetite and also reinforce energy.
Yeah, I really enjoy the grassy scent of the tea in this porridge.
Yeah,
So refreshing.
so refreshing it is.
Hakka people like to eat these porridges with their glutinous rice cakes during minor snow. Would you like to try some?
Okay. It's
You can
glutinous rice.
dip the syrup.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
It's chewy.
Yeah, it's nice. Why Hakka people eat glutinous rice cake during the minor snow?
It's a good question. In fact, Bulls didn't plant fields during minor snow, so Asian farmers would make some sacrifices to worship the gods of Bulls. And here they are.
Yeah.
These are the sacrifices they made, the glutinous rice cakes. We call it 糍粑. Yeah. They offer the sacrifices to the god of bulls, praying for the health of their bulls in the coming year so that they could get a good harvest.
Interesting story. In Indonesia, we also can find Hakka food because there are some Hakka community in Indonesia, in Bangka Belitung, in Aceh, in Kalimantan, and they also produce some delicious foods. Now it's become the Indonesian traditional food, such as martabak. I would like to ask you to go with me to Nansha,
Wow.
and we can cook some Indonesian food from Hakka, as I mentioned there. Would you like to go with me?
Well, I would love to go there. Wow. I feel like I've arrived in Southeast Asia.
Yes, indeed, and it reminds me of Indonesia also.
Wow, it smells so good. My taste bud is watering.
We call it satay. Satay is one of the most popular meals in Indonesia. almost everybody in Indonesia like it.
What should we do now?
We have to turn it over.
Okay.
So it's the grill
Wow, it's so hot.
equally, it's very hot. And in Indonesia, usually there is a fan.
Oh, we use fan.
Fan like that to
We have big fan.
Yeah, fans like that.
Okay.
We'll do it for about 10 minutes. Turn it around.
Okay.
So it's equally cooked.
Oh, there is also a satay in Guangdong.
Yeah.
Is that different from this satay?
Satay is come from 3 different elements. First is the meat. It could be chicken, beef, or lamb. And we put marinade there and put it in the bamboo skewer. Yeah, bamboo skewer, and we put it in the charcoal grill.
Oh, so
The sauce.
in China, especially in Canton,
Yeah.
in Guangdong,
Yeah.
so the satay is the sauce.
Yeah, the
Only
sauce.
the sauce.
The sauce.
Yeah,
But
but in Indonesia,
Indonesia is the meat. We call it all this meat is satay, but here satay is sauces like this. Yeah.
only the sauce.
Also is the sauce.
Yeah,
Yeah. It was brought by Indonesian Chinese back here to China. Yeah. So they call it the sauce satay because it is part of the satay.
Do you know the Chinese name for satay?
No, I don't know.
You don't know? It's called 沙茶酱.
Satachang.
Yeah,
So-
but actually in Chaozhou dialect, we call it satay too.
Satay too, yeah.
Yeah, it
This kind.
originated from Indonesia. The same pronunciation for
Yeah.
satay. Yeah, but because in Chaozhou dialect, they means tea.
Okay.
So we translate it into Chinese as 沙茶酱 because cha means tea in Chinese.
Okay.
Yeah, but the pronunciation is just the same.
The same, yeah.
We some maybe overseas Chinese in Indonesia brought
Brought
back
back.
this sauce, and then
They call it satay.
and then some Cantonese make
Yeah.
some change, and then it has maybe a combined ingredients from the Indonesia and also from China.
So if it's done, we put it some sauce again here.
Okay.
It's final stage to prepare satay, and then it's done.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you so
This is for
much.
you.
It looks good.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, that smells so good. Yeah. So we can enjoy it now. Please
Thank
have a seat.
you. Yeah.
Okay.
So we've done with the satay grilling. Now I will show you how to eat satay.
Okay.
Yeah. First, this is sauces. Sauce. Put your satay. Put it on the sauce like this.
Okay.
Just round.
Turn around.
Turn around,
Like,
right?
like
that.
they
Yeah,
are
like this.
swimming in the
Yeah.
sauce. Okay.
And then if you want, this is chili sauces. Chili sauces. You can, if you like spicy food, you can also add some spicy. Yeah, we like spicy sauce.
On the meat. Okay.
And if you want, put some pickles too. Let me show you.
Okay.
Let me show you. Yeah. Eat some. And then you can take this
Wow.
if you want.
This is this the cucumber?
Yeah, that's the cucumber.
Okay.
The green
I
one.
change this cucumber.
Yeah, yeah. How do you like it?
The flavor is so rich. And inside is very juicy. The meat is
right.
wrapped up with all the satay sauce,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it's sweet and also spicy. And I could get the scent of the cucumber.
Yeah.
Oh, what a beautiful flavors in the mouth.
Yeah.
It's so good to have this kind of food to warm yourself up because after -snow, the weather is turning colder. It's
Yeah.
good to eat some spicy food
That's right.
during this summer time.
Yeah. It also warmed up my heart too.
Yeah, Dr. Ben, what's next?
Besides satay, one of the also popular food in Indonesia, which from Hakka people here is Bangka men.
Bangaman from Hakka people. So
Yeah.
that's yan mian, I think.
Yeah, yes.
in Hakka region. Oh, we call it Hakka man.
Yeah.
Man is the same pronunciation
But-
from this food of Indonesia.
Exactly. But then we call it also bangka mi. It's brought from here, from China, by Hakka people who live in an island called Bangka. But there is a modification because most Indonesian don't eat pork. They changed the pork to chicken. So we call it mie ayam or chicken noodles in Indonesia. And it becomes very, very popular throughout Indonesia, not only in Bangka Island, but also in most part of Indonesia.
It's
Yeah.
yummy. It's similar to Hakka man.
Yeah,
Hakka man. And but it has its unique taste.
that's right. Almost all the Bangka Chinese Indonesian are Hakka. If you still speak the language, Hakka language, you can speak with the people that.
I don't need to speak Indonesian.
No. Hakka people is enough.
If I know the
it's-
Hakka dialect.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a common language there in Bangka. To speak Hakka.
So what is this?
This is the dessert. We call it martabak. This is from also from Hakka people who made this
really?
in Bangka Island. We love it, and especially I love this snacks or this martabak.
Oh,
I used to eat this every 2 days.
from the appearance, I think it's a little bit like 蜂巢蛋糕. When we go to Yum Chao, we could find these desserts.
Yeah. It's almost the same.
Yeah, the
Because-
appearance is similar.
Exactly.
Let me try.
Yeah. How do you
the
like it?
texture is also
Yeah.
similar. Multi-layers and a little bit chewy.
This come from Hakka people in Bangka also, like the mee.
Well, I'm so glad to see that there are so many similarities from the food in
Yeah.
Indonesia.
Exactly. Yeah. So there are many contributions from Hakka people to the development of culinary in Indonesia into what is the Indonesian food now.
Indeed, we have built long-lasting friendship through food by people-to-people exchanges. Dr. Ben, you know what? When I look at Wow, it's so amazing. The dancing style, the rhythm of the music, and even the jazz are so unique.
Yes, it is. This dance called Younger. It was created 1 century ago in 1920s. Firstly, it used for entertainment for the farmers after they are tired of working in the fields. Now it is used for the other purposes than that. But this is one of the most popular dances in Bali.
I didn't expect that we could appreciate the authentic Indonesian traditional dance in Nansha of Guangzhou.
Yeah. The only group in China.
In China,
that-
representing
yeah.
the dancing art of Indonesia.
Professionally. There are 2,000 people who came from Indonesia during 1950s, 1960s. And they still preserve Indonesian culture, Indonesian culinary, Indonesian language. They still speak Indonesian language there in the community. So that's what happened with these dancer groups from Yingte in Guangdong.
Wow, it's amazing.
I would like to tell you a story. Our ambassador in China, Mr. Johari Oratmangun, before in China, he was ambassador in Russia, in Moscow. One day, 10 years ago, he was invited to an event and asked him to bring up a dancer performance to a city in Russia. And he couldn't find it in Russia, someone who can dance. So he make a call to the neighboring countries, including China, Ambassador Johari Oratmangun, who happened to be now the ambassador of Indonesia to China, invite them to perform in Russia.
So I think the ambassador must have been amazed to find a professional
Yeah.
Indonesian dancing team in China.
That's
at
right.
that time.
The ambassador make a promise to the dancing group. If